Hey guys, my name is Tyler Keel. Um, I'm one of probably two boys I think in this class, so this might be a little weird for you to watch this, but I'm here to give you my view on sexuality and kind of where it came from and how it kind of all got started. I was raised in a Christian home. That's kind of where my values kind of started, but they really kind of flourished and grew, and I learned a lot in college. And I'm excited to share with you guys. I'm actually going to read a portion of the Bible, just a little passage. The first thing I thought of, and I'm not trying to preach or anything, or I'm not trying to be any judgmental of all. This is just the first thing I thought of, where I kind of learned about my sexuality and how where it came from and everything. And I'm very excited to share. I'm reading from 1 Corinthians 6. It's 1 Corinthians is the New Testament. Its writer is Paul. It says, "There's more to sex than mere skin on skin. Sex is much spiritual mystery as a physical fact. As written in Scripture, the two become one. Since we want to become spiritually one with the Master, we must not pursue the kind of sex that avoids commitment and intimacy, leaving us more lonely than ever. This kind of sex can never become one." So, what I want to talk about here is just how they talk about sex as more than mere skin on skin. I know growing up, I was taught, sex is bad. Don't have sex. Don't have sex. Don't have sex. Sex. So like, kind of through high school, I was like, oh, sex is a bad thing. It's not good. I can't have it. Blah blah blah. But as I learned, I was like, sex is a really good thing, or people wouldn't be having it all the time, right? And the drives I was feeling and all that stuff, that's a good thing. God created it to be good, but He also created it for a purpose. He created it for that one person, your significant other, your spouse. And I'm blessed enough to actually be married, and I saved it for the one I love. And I just want to talk about that for a little bit. That saving it was so special to me, and my wife actually, and it was just a big part of both of our lives. And I think if you save it for the one you love, necessarily, just it shows how much you actually care and love for them. If that makes any sense. That you waited, you avoided all these temptations. You said no, you said no, you said no. I mean, how many times I wanted to say yes, but I had to say no. Just for I can wait for that moment on my wedding night, and I never trade anything for the world. It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. There's nothing harder, but it was worth it. And sexuality is a tricky subject, and a lot of people have very different views about it, and I respect a lot of views. And this is just my own view that kind of the way Jesus treated people. He treated people just out of kindness and just pure, just love for that person, every single person. That can be treated more than just your spouse. You can even strangers, you can just love them with everything you've got. What says you not to be kind to the person next to you all the time. And who knows when they actually need for you to bring a smile to their face and everything. And that's just really cool, to me, how the Bible can be just more than a lot of people think it's just rules and laws, but I think of it more as a relationship, and that's kind of where sexuality comes into it. If I couldn't have done all what I did, staying pure without Jesus and not talking to Him. And He's a huge part of my life, and He's a big part of my sexuality, believe it or not. And it's really cool to think about that. And I love my church and my cross necks on. That was by accident. I just realized that. But well, it was nice meeting you guys, kind of, and hope you enjoy my video. Thanks.